My name is René. I'm a Swiss citizen living in the Canton of Solothurn, in French, Canton of Solothurn. And I have the opportunity to talk about a problem in Switzerland, a political struggle of people of the Canton of Bern who wanted to fight for more independence. And I will talk also about democracy in Switzerland, and this in the context. This struggle of the people of the Bernese Jura started in the middle of the last century, and they were fighting for separation from their canton. Bern to have an own canton, Jura. And ultimately they achieved it. To understand the background and the significance, we have to go back to history. Probably know Switzerland is 900 euro, and democracy as we practice it now is based on the Constitution 1848. Since then it's more or less the same. And these people in the Canton of Bern, they were allocated to Bern. Their region were allocated, it's a northwestern part, of Switzerland. They were allocated as a consequence of the Congress of Bern. This was not a democratic, not a wise decision. Therefore, the problem. These people who wanted more autonomy, they were French-speaking Catholics, relatively poor farmers, and they were part of a Canton of Bern, affluent society, German speaking. That was the cause of the problem, the cause of the confusion. Now they were part of Switzerland, so what were they actually fighting for? To understand the significance of this problem of the people of the Jura, you have also to understand the political system in Switzerland, the way we practice democracy. And we have a long tradition. We have the strong belief that public affairs should be decided on the appropriate level. So we have decision-making, participation by the people on the level of the municipality, and the next level is the state. The state is, in Switzerland, the canton. It's a member state of the national federal state. Switzerland comprises 26 cantons, states, and then there is the highest level is the federal state, the nation. And this is different to most European countries who have young democracy, which are less direct and in a way less inclusive. And the people, this minority people in Bern, they had perfect democracy on the lowest level, on the level of the town, village. They could directly vote the government there. They had their own local legislation. And they were perfect Swiss citizens with the same rights as everybody else on the national level. But in between, on the canton or on this state level, they didn't feel well represented because they were a minority with another culture, another language, and other wishes. So they were fighting for democracy on this state level. And in the beginning, they were not heard because the other people said, what do they really want? I mean, they have the same rights as we have in the other states, in the other countries. And so they started to draw their attention to their conflict, to their dilemma, by kind of terrorism, arson, bombs were exploding. And after some years, the other Swiss citizen heard them and said, okay, it's a legitimate struggle. And ultimately there was a vote in the Canton of Bern about the separation from Bern and the forming, for the purpose of forming an own state on a new canton, which didn't happen since 1848. And the Bernese people said yes in the end, and because it was changing the structure of Switzerland, also a referendum was needed. The people of Switzerland had to vote too about this question. And they voted yes, and the new canton, a weak one, economically relatively weak one, Jura is canton of agriculture, a little bit cattle breeding, horse breeding, and a little bit watch industry. So they achieved their goal, and what does it mean? It means that by this fight they were appropriate, they had reached the state of democracy in an appropriate way also on this middle level. If you think of Europe and the democracy which is offered there, it's much less. We do not have such an intensive direct democracy on the level of municipality, member state and national state. And this is actually also the reason why Switzerland has so much difficulty to join the European community. Because if they join the European community, a supranational law will in a way overrule all what is on the level of the legislation of the municipality, and in particular what is on the cantonal level. Not much will be left, because the European law would have to have priority.